So actually, I have one question that is it possible to actually people have different kind of what do you say, like a sorrowness, they have different emotions, like uh, anger or that kind of thing. So is it possible to deal with that kind of jealousy, anger, that kind of things? uh, can be improve, or maybe person can get rid of that kind of emotions using manifestation, because this is, I guess, these days, because of because of everybody get access of everything, like if they can see a war somewhere and they get anger, fear as well, yeah, fear, anger. So
All the
how to,
negative emotions you're talking
yeah,
about.
we
Yeah.
discuss about
So,
depression and thing that will help
yeah.
manifestation, but anger is also one thing, I guess. Is it, or how and at what time person should start, or if a person is very angry, is this manifestation help them? uh, I guess maybe
See,
they can't accept at
manifest,
initial level.
yeah, anger, jealousy, then all the negative emotions, they root from a very low self-esteem. That why do you think that we get jealous?
Hmm.
Why does a person get jealous? Just because they think that the other person has something which they can't have.
Hmm.
That's the root cause. Now, for simple, if if I generalize like how to get past these things, I'm not a doctor or I haven't studied psychology, but from my experience, what I can say is I used to get jealous a lot. Like with the growing social media in the COVID times, when we had nothing to do except to scroll on Instagram,
Hmm.
Facebook, or whatever. That was the only thing we could do. So that time, people who had, like maybe um, things like they had the privilege to go out
Hmm.
or go for a walk, that was something that, got that jealousy in me.
Hmm.
So a simple mindset shift that the universe is abundant. You can also have what this other person has. Maybe for different people, they have their different advantages, like privileges. For some people, their family is rich, so they actually inherit that property. But maybe for us, we are that middle class family, we need to work a bit harder to get to that point.
Hmm.
But we can go to that point, right? We can match that frequency maybe a bit later in life. They are whatever the person we are jealous of is getting right now, maybe a few days later, but we can also achieve that, right? So a simple mindset shift that whatever this person has, I'm happy for it, that this person is receiving it, and even I'll receive it, but maybe a few days later. That simple mindset shift, can actually change your perspective in a long run, and it will actually help you a lot in life.
Hmm.
Even
And
for anger, I believe that
because anger
most
is
people,
very
whatever,
difficult, anger is, I guess,
yeah, it's difficult to
jealous,
handle.
uh, means jealousy is also
Jealousy
can
can
be
be handled,
handled,
but
but
anger, yeah, anger is something that even I
extreme.
am working on, because yeah, even I am working on that, because whenever I get angry, I do things which are very impulsive. But lately I have realized that if I get angry, I maintain, as I told you, I maintain a journal. So whenever I get angry on whatever topic I'm angry, I just write it down and watch some comfort movies that I believe that helps me. Like I love to watch Harry Potter, so I rewatch Harry Potter again. And when I calm down, I come back to the situation.
I
I just
also
come
like Harry
back to the
Potter.
situation. Yeah, I just come back to the situation and think about it with a calm mind, with a cool
Hmm.
mind after that. Because if we make that impulsive decision, we can't switch that action back. Like we can't take that action back, whatever is done or said.
Hmm.
So better just I just take my time off, I just put off my phone for some time and just watch Harry Potter on my laptop without even talking to the person. If I'm angry on some person, for suppose, I just keep them on scene. I just keep them on scene and just come back to the situation after I'm calm, I'm cool down. So this is what I do right now. And it's helping me quite a lot. It's helping me a lot.
Okay, you have a poster as well of Harry Potter over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, one.
I love Harry. Actually, Harry Potter found me in a time when I was in a very dark state. Like I was in very dark period of my life in class 11, 12 when the lockdown actually hit. And class 12, I actually switched schools. I was previously in GD Villa, but I switched to DPS Ruby Park. So after that switch, I just got 1 year of my school life. And my last year was completely in lockdown. No friends, no communication. They were busy with their NEET preparation. I was busy with my JEE preparation. So I completely felt, lonely that time. So that time I started watching Harry Potter because I never watched it before. I started watching that time. So it actually helped me to come over that phase. So Harry Potter is actually very important in my life, if you say.
And actually, I guess as I mentioned before that about Deepak Chopra, and there is one short clip also I saw yesterday of one spiritual kind of Indian lady. So
Yeah.
both are saying that about this anger or maybe sorrow or maybe jealousy is all are related to ego. So
Yeah.
so if you can work out on that, so as an example, monks are working on extreme on it, on their ego. If you
Yeah.
can work out on ego, you don't need money, you don't need house, you don't need anything which can help you to get something or this and that. And second thing, the lady said that when you are angry, if you there is no need to do anything, just leave that situation, because you are angry, you don't have a any decision making power.
Positive outcome from that
So just at that time
situation.
you just leave that situation, cool down, and later you, once
And
your
then
mind
come
start
back.
working. So actually when you when we are discussing, these two things come in my mind, so I just like to share it.
Yeah.
So maybe you can also add up
Yeah.
your thoughts if you have any.
Yeah, so I read this book. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was very, that complete book. It was about self-help books. I saw it from Tam Kaur. She is one of the very famous YouTubers. So I saw her channel. She suggested, I guess, 5 to 10 books. So I was reading the first one she suggested. Uh, and what that book said is very similar to what Krishna said in Mahabharata, like in Gita. So he said that there are some situations that are in your control and there are situations which aren't in your control. Okay. Like what is in your control? Your day-to-day activities that you're doing, like waking up, exercising, then doing your work. If you are in corporate, then you're going for work. If you are in school, studies is your work. Eating healthy, these are your work. These are under your control. What aren't in your control? How a person is reacting to you or how a person is behaving to you. That are not in your control, right? So whenever a situation is arising, when you think that something is going wrong with me, instead of focusing on what isn't in your control, I think you should focus on the things that are in your control, because that way you will reduce that stress a lot.
Okay.
For example, maybe 1 week from now you have a wedding to attend, but at the same time you have a meeting scheduled. Okay, so both of these situations aren't in your control. What is in your control? That deciding whether to shift the meeting to some other date or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't predict what will happen in the meeting. You can't predict whether you get the response as a good response from the client or whatever. But what can you do? You can perform the best in your meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be your best self. You can put 100% effort, and instead of focusing on the outcome, whatever you have given as your income, if that's 100%, you'll be satisfied in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it without focusing on impressing the others.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's my take actually on the situation. What you said.
And one more thing that, as an example, in the war situation, or any, as an example, in 2020, 2020 or 2020, no, 2020. So there is a one prediction given by some person that in 2020 whole world will be destroyed.
Yeah.
So at that time, a lot of companies started making emergency kit, started selling emergency kit, using which you can survive maybe in the water. And still right now, at that time, that kit is very basic, I can say. But right now, I watch one reel that because everything is out of control, nature is also out of control, people are also out of control. So the situation is very difficult right now. So as an example, in European countries, or maybe in Russia, even in Japan, they used to have a bunker in their maybe big office, or
Uh-huh.
they they want to secure themselves, or
Mm-hmm.
prevent from future issues. The same way, there is a, they build one sphere in which they get oxygen. It's built with metal, and they can survive in water as well. Means they can go into the water, or maybe they can resist heat as well, radiation of any atom bomb as well. So basically, I just want to say that in the war situation, uh, other than this
Mm-hmm.
outer thing, how person can, because there are a lot of people have a biography of their experience of World War One and World War Two. Maybe uh, you
Mm-hmm.
also uh, they consider it as a kind of a motivational book as well, biography plus motivation book. So basically, maybe I can say that in this kind of situation, people can use these manifestation techniques uh, to survive, because it's a very difficult situation. If person practicing
Mm-hmm.
since long time, they can survive with these tools as well, with this
More kind of.
mindset
Yeah.
as well. One more thing that recently I also used to watch some movie review videos, so movie story explanation videos. So in that there are situation when person stuck in one room, one island,
Mm.
and when it's a kind of maybe human nature. If person is alone, his mind or her mind is getting out of
Yeah.
control. So I guess if manifestation is used or as a kind of habit, if person edit in their life, maybe in any kind of situation like this, maybe they can get out of it, or they can be controlled situation, like their mind is in not getting any
Yeah. Yeah.
depression, or getting crazy, or thinking about
Mm-hmm.
suicide or anything.
That actually happens. That actually happens when you are in a, that dark room theory. Like, when you go inside a dark room,
Hmm.
completely shut, without any noise coming inside you, you actually go crazy. Like,
Yes.
how many of us can actually survive, sitting still for some time, still without doing anything, sitting with ourselves? You know, actually, what happens is our inner demons, like the dark thoughts, they actually pop up in our head when we do these things, these kind of situations. Like, if someone ties our head, ties our eyes completely with a black cloth and makes us sit for a while without anything. like without any noise or anything, many dark thoughts will come inside our head. Many. And that would be the worst, the worst thoughts that are within ourselves will come in our mind. If we sit with our thoughts daily, even if for 5 minutes, I guess, like without doing anything, keeping our phone on silent and just sitting, meditating also will work. If we meditate for 5 minutes or 10 minutes daily, then these inner demons, they'll start talking, and first few days it will be very difficult. Time won't pass, but slowly and steadily, you will like that. You'll enjoy that. Like you get to know yourself so much better after some time. And if you talk about manifestation, I believe that we should start, from small tiny things like seeing a dog one day, seeing this kind of emoji one day, seeing a random flower one day. If we do these small manifestations and we see the results instantly, like these manifestations won't create a limiting belief for you. Some manifestations, like many people have, a negative thought towards money. So money manifestation is difficult for some people. But if they practice these small kind of manifestations daily, they'll have that inner belief in themselves that yes, I can manifest. I am manifesting these things. So maybe I can also manifest this. Like what I said before, like you should grow your circle, your bubble of your comfort zone. Some things which are inside your comfort zone, first you manifest those things. You don't have resistance towards. Then slowly increase your bubble to another limit. Then set it to another. Then start manifesting the bigger or the things that actually you want to manifest. In that way, your belief in manifestation is also getting stronger. And you are able to achieve them also easily.
So actually, why I am discussing these whole different examples, because when you search of manifestation or law of attraction videos on YouTube, mostly they want you to attract more money, more luxury, more this.
Yeah.
Because
It's filled with money and specific person on YouTube.
Yeah, so basically, my concern is that maybe money is also important, but what they are, they they also want money by showing this kind of video.
All of this actually boils down to your self-concept.
Yeah.
You know what self-concept is?
No. What is self?
Self-concept is concept. Self-concept. Like it's an English term I have heard from the English YouTubers I have seen the videos from. So self-concept is basically whatever you say things to yourself. Like maybe I believe for myself that I do not deserve this amount of money. Like it's not worth me. Like I'm not worth it. I am not worth a good grade. Maybe I'm a bad student. These are the things that we, unconsciously also we say these things to ourselves daily, on a daily basis. Okay, even when we are talking with our friends, how many times have we made a joke of ourselves? And it actually has come true. Like we are sitting as a group of 3 people, हंसते हंसते बता दिया like we are backbenchers. We can't do good score. Like we can't get good marks. How many times have we done it? Or when people are crossing their boundaries about ourselves, instead of stopping them, we have just sat down and laughed with them. Like you are too immature, or you are too crybaby. How many times have we laughed on these situations? These are actually, like affirming that you are also affirming that yes, maybe I am a crybaby, maybe I am this, maybe I am that. You are actually affirming these things. No? We don't even realize it. So they teach, like whatever I have seen, I have consumed content. So they teach that take 2 or 3 affirmations which are believable to you. Like I deserve abundance, I deserve money, I deserve a happy and healthy relationship. I deserve to be loved and cherished every day. Like that word deserve. It's not like I am wealthy, I am rich. These things may cause, your conscious mind to keep these affirmations from your subconscious mind. But when it becomes like I deserve something, it's a bit believable.
Mm-hmm.
I am rich, so it will be like a positive, a present tense thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have zero bank balance and you are telling yourself continuously that I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, that may cause your conscious mind to, as a gatekeeper, it will stop your affirmations from going inside your head.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say instead that I deserve to be wealthy, I deserve to be abundant, I deserve to be rich, I deserve to be this, that, then slowly and steadily, after doing this for at least 21 days, I guess you know that 21 days is actually a time limit for building a habit. So if you continuously tell yourself these affirmations, one affirmations, if you take one affirmation, stick with it for like 21 days, it will your body will actually start believing it. Your subconscious mind will start believing it. Maybe she's telling this, maybe it's possible. Your conscious mind can see and feel and sense, but your subconscious mind, it can't. Whatever you feed it will be true for it. Okay. So if you start telling it that you deserve it, then you actually, slow down these resistance on your manifestation.
Okay. So basically, it's a first of all, when we say that I have this or I am this, so that mind will think that they already means the person already have it. So why should I work on it? Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Actually, your conscious mind is a logical mind,
Mm-hmm.
rational mind, obviously. So it will be like, my bank account is zero. Why is she even telling me that I'm rich?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing.
And I guess, as you said, that these YouTubers also encourage people to improve their relationship. Uh, you
With
know,
themselves.
not themselves, with themselves as well, but in with their partner or maybe their kids, so
Uh-huh.
they can use the manifestation to improve their healthy living, or maybe to find a
Mm-hmm.
good partner as well. They can use this
Yeah,
technique, or maybe they also come out
yeah,
of sort of breakup or sort of this kind of situation as well.
yeah, yeah.
So that
I actually recently made a video on this topic on my channel.
uh, what is the topic? Can you say? It's about how to deal
I
with
guess,
bad relationship, something like that, or
yeah.
find a good partner.
Yeah, yeah. I actually posted a video on how you should stop seeking for male validation. Like, since I'm a girl, I chose
Mm-hmm.
the topic of uh, saying that you should stop seeking for male validation and get your life together and manifest a dream life for yourself. So I guess that's the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's actually true, like when the person
Mm-hmm.
we feel that is important in our life, if that person suddenly stops texting you or delays their response by some time, the first instinct that we have as a human being is that we start blaming ourselves. Maybe I did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there is something wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
That all boils down to your self concept. If your self concept is strong, like if you know that how valuable you are
Mm-hmm.
and you are the prize for them, you are a complete person, and that person is just an addition in your life. That
Mm-hmm.
person is not making you complete. Only then you can just take that person off the pedestal and treat him or her as an equal. So that's what I believe.
Mm-hmm. So
Many people, they just make that specific person or whatever, they put them on a pedestal. Like they think that that's my prize.
mm-hmm.
and they obsess over those things so much that they are stuck in this loop of this negative cycle of them. They manifest. Suppose they manifest, and after a few days, that person is texting them. Okay, and they again go back to that spiral that why is this person texting me? I am ugly. Maybe they don't deserve. They don't deserve me. A person like me. And this and that. They start feeding themselves again with these kind of thoughts. And then that person who was texting them then again goes to them. Again they come back after the manifestation, and this cycle goes on. So what I suggest people is that you first improve your relationship with yourself. Like if this person goes to you, you'll be completely okay without them, because you are a complete human being. Your life shouldn't revolve around this person completely. So you should have some hobbies, you should have some friends, you should go out with yourself on a solo date maybe. You should have a work. Maybe you should have, as a girl in today's age, I encourage every woman to at least have something they can rely on if their husband or if their spouse leaves them. Okay, like their life shouldn't revolve around that person completely. So that's what the video was about, like not seeking for male validation.
And as an example, I also get two example in my mind. So it's there is one actress was sharing her experience of teenage life. So she was crazy about one boy, or both are crazy about each other. Maybe around
Yeah.
eight standard, and maybe 2 year of her relationship. So 10th came, and that boy have realized that he's spending too much
Both
time,
is important.
and
Yeah.
so board is very important. So he said that maybe do breakup or whatever the actress think about it, but she got into the trauma that why how he can stop talking with me, as you said. So after that, after maybe 6 months, 1 year, she came back with another personality, and she become more mature. And now, as you said, that she don't give her control, her emotional control to someone else.
To other person. Yeah.
And
See,
another example is that about there is one movie of Shah Rukh Khan, I forget the name. So in that that girl also have breakup, and
Dear Zindagi.
yeah,
Yeah, I love that movie. Dear
so
Zindagi.
she's think that I will never means she was thinking about all negative things about boys, all boys are this and that, but the psychiatrist helped her to improve their
To come out of
emotions,
that circle.
and start thinking again, start from zero, forget about all failures of life. It's like as we discussed, it's like any earthquake or anything happen, we whatever we destroy, whatever we lost, we forget, and we start building our whole new future. Even if our 10 years of life left, still we start living a life like we have to grow, something like that.
If whatever you said, it's true. But instead of ignoring, I would say instead of ignoring the fact that the thing has happened, you should first heal yourself from that thing. You should accept that this thing, it has happened. And you should heal from that. You should do that journaling, whatever is coming. If you want to cry, instead of just suppressing your emotions, you should just burst it off. Like if you want 1 week, 1 month, 2 months to get over that grief, you should just do it. Suppressing your emotion, can cause to create negative cycles in your life. Like if in past you had seen your parents to fight a lot, or you had a very unhealthy attachment with your family, it slowly starts reflecting in your adulthood. Like you attract people who don't give you that much attention, like the avoidant people, avoidant kind of attachment. Or you become a cold person. When someone tries to come and commit to you, you will be like, no, I don't want to. So these all, stem up from those childhood traumas. Even in Dear Zindagi, Jahangir Khan, that's Shah Rukh Khan, he taught Kiara to have, to build up that relationship with her parents. If you remember the story, she had a very unhealthy relationship with her parents. Like they avoided her in her childhood. That actually caused her to attract men who were, emotionally unavailable to her. That actually happens to most of the people these days. Like in this generation, most of the people, they suffer from these childhood traumas, unhealed traumas. And what happens to them is that they are just stuck up in that cycle and they can never get out of it. So what I would suggest these people is that you should just sit down with yourself and just try to, it's a very long process. Healing yourself from your past traumas is a very long process. Many of us, actually most of us have it. Some wounds which are unhealed. And what we do is we suppress it. As a child, most of us are taught that crying is a very bad thing. Crying makes you weak. So for that, maybe we haven't shed our tears on the situation that has happened. So I would suggest that sit down with your grief for as long as you want. If you want to curl up in your, comforters and watch a movie just to heal yourself, or watch those cartoons that you used to watch in your childhood, that makes you feel better, do it. Go back to your past self, like your teenage self, while meditating. Like imagine your teenage self, tell them that you are safe, you are secured, I am there with you. That kind of bonding that will help you come out of that trauma very, like, slowly and steadily. You will come out of that trauma. It will heal you a lot. That helps actually a lot.
And
that also helps in your relationship.
As you discuss about the thing happen with girls, what kind of trauma they get. Actually, I guess with manifestation, boys also can easily or effectively find their partner, because when they obsessed about searching girls, so they keep swiping on Tinder and all dating sites. It's not effective way to reach out some person who are match up with your mindset, or who with whom you can be in future. So maybe with manifestation they can really find their life partner. With them they can be a successful complete life without any problem.
Yeah.
So this technique
Like
also
even
help men's this kind of mindset. And
yeah,
actually indirectly it helps girls also, because girls stop getting unnecessary messages all the time, because
yeah,
it's like a attack of Russia to Ukraine, a lot of bombarding every day. So both people get a time on the productive place, and they will also find their partner with this technique, I guess.
yeah. So as you have mentioned the dating app, even after I went through a breakup a few months back, so I was so heartbroken. Like I was so heartbroken that, and impulsive. Obviously, I was impulsive a lot. So I also went on these dating apps. Okay, and you won't believe, men out there are either there for like physical relations, or they are there for hookups. Most men are there for that. Not one single man I found who actually wants a relationship, like a healthy relationship. So after wasting my time on Tinder and Bumble for, I guess, 1 week or 2 weeks, those apps are still there in my phone, but I don't use them. So after wasting my time on them, I realized that if I have to get a man, he will come in my life at the correct time.
Mm-hmm.
When I am complete, I am whole as a person. I won't be needing that person. Like need is a very need comes
Kind of
from
negative.
desperation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that person to complete you. When I will stop myself from needing that person will come in my life.
Mm-hmm.
When I'll be whole as a person. So what I did was I stopped searching on Tinder, on Bumble, and I started focusing on myself, like my studies. I am in fourth year right now. So for me, my placement starts from September or
Okay.
after Durga Puja. It will start. So I started focusing on myself, my studies, my health. Then my exams were there, so I focused on that. So right now my exams are over. So I'm doing my projects. I am working on my YouTube. For 1 month or 2 months, I completely stopped posting on my YouTube also.
Mm-hmm.
So I started focusing on my YouTube, my business. My business also was closed for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped posting reels and all. So I started focusing on my business, myself. Like complete focus on was on myself. So I believe that once I am whole as a person, complete, like career wise or you call it health wise, whatever, if I am complete as a person, that other person will automatically find a way to come in my life,
Mm-hmm.
because I am no longer in the state of desperation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to come in my life. So that's a very very good state to be in.
Mm-hmm.
You are completely at peace with yourself, you are happy with your life, and only then the person comes in your life to not to complete you,
Mm-hmm.
but just to be an additional part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most healthy foundation for a relationship, I believe.